"Run! There's a monster up there!" He fainted as soon as he said that. A monster. The group looked up at the second floor and met Dustin's demonic gaze. It sent chills down their spine. "Run!" Daniel didn't hesitate. He ordered Joel to be lifted into the car before stepping on the accelerator. Under Daniel's urging, the car sped away, never slowing down. Half an hour later, the car stopped in front of a Victorian-style mansion. It was enclosed by high walls made of sturdy bricks. The mansion occupied a vast area and had four courtyards, giving off an ancient vibe. "Dad!" "Mr. Grint!" A group of people carried Joel inside the house in a rush. Their actions were accompanied by loud cries, creating quite a scene. "What happened?" A strong, middle-aged man who looked weary walked out of the living room. He was none other than Brutus Grint, the guildmaster of the Zen Order. "Dan, what happened to you?" Brutus frowned, noticing Daniel's injury. "Dad, I'm in much better shape than Joel. Look at him. He's dying." Daniel looked concerned. "What?" Brutus took a closer look, and his expression hardened. "Who did this? Who injured my disciple like this?" he asked in anger. "Dad, it's a long story. Let's treat his injuries first." Daniel felt guilty. Brutus stopped pursuing the matter and took out a healing tablet, feeding it to Joel. He then channeled internal energy into him to help with his injuries. After around 30 minutes, Joel coughed and finally opened his eyes. However, the fear in his eyes never subsided. That attack had traumatized him. He couldn't believe that his full-on attack didn't hurt Dustin. Instead, it ended up hurting him badly. Joel's dignity as a martial artist ranked on the Heavenly Immortals had been trampled on. "Joel, who did this to you?" Brutus asked darkly. Joel was his most talented student and his future successor. Mr. Grint. Joel looked up at Brutus and started crying. "Mr. Grint, let's go back to Glinstead tonight. I don't want to take part in any Knighthood Society tournament anymore," he said between sobs. "Why are you crying like this? You're a grown man. What exactly happened?" Brutus asked, frowning. Joel continued sobbing. "Mr. Grint, I'm scared. I forfeit. Let's go back. It's scary here." Meanwhile, back at Full Moon, Joel flying away had everyone looking dumbstruck. Joel was a senior in the Zen Order. He was also a strong fighter on the Heavenly Immortals. Someone like him could split rocks open with just a palm of his hand. Under normal circumstances, Dustin would have been seriously injured or even killed by his attack. However, the situation was reversed instead. What exactly happened? "Dustin, are you all right?" Scarlet rushed forward after a momentary daze. She took a good look at him. "I told you, that childish brat can't hurt me." There was no need to worry. Dustin smiled. "You scared me." The Scarlet didn't continue. She seemed afraid of offending him. Georgia stared at him in disbelief. "How are you so strong?"